Title: Cold Sweat. Author and creator: Dr. Werewolf. Chapter 1: Sorpet. Remember, kids, just because chips contain potatoes doesn't mean it's healthy. Ms. Cinnamon walks around the classroom. She is reading a book in her hand called That's Not Healthy. Anybody want to take a shot reading this next part? Ms. Cinnamon looks around the class. One girl raises her hand. The bell rings. Ms. Cinnamon checks her watch. Sorry, looks like we have to cut it to the next class, students. All the kids got out of their seats and rushed to the door. Make sure you kids eat healthy, Ms. Cinnamon shouts. The kids run to the door to make their way outside for recess. I call the swing, said a boy. No way you were hugging that thing last time. I want to be on the swing. The boy rushes over to the swing and sits on it. Move, I called it. Chip, said the girl, trying to touch the chains on the swing. Chip lets out a loud fart. You still want it, Peaches? Chip said to Peaches. You, all the kids get away from Chip. You are one disgusting person I have ever met. Peaches covered her nose, and she used her hand to wave the fart away. I bet your fart is so strong you killed every squirrel in that tree, said Peanut, putting nuts around the tree. Butterscotch laughs. She walks over to her sister Peanut. Can I put nuts down too? Butterscotch gets on her knees next to Peanut. Of course, Peanut puts a handful of nuts in Butterscotch's hand. Butterscotch places a few nuts by the tree. A squirrel looks at Butterscotch and comes down slowly from the tree. Looks like you got a friend. Peanut smiles at Butterscotch. Butterscotch gets scared as the squirrel gets closer. She moves back a little. Peanut comes to Butterscotch. It's okay. It won't bite. Peanut grabs a nut from Butterscotch's hand. She makes smacking sounds to get the squirrel's attention. The squirrel gets closer and sniffs Peanut's hand. The squirrel takes the nut and slowly eats. The squirrel runs up the tree. See, it didn't bite me. It was just hungry. Peanut puts her arm over Butterscotch's shoulder. Butterscotch smiles. Peanut picks up a worm. Butterscotch moves away in panic. Nature is our friend. They won't hurt us. If anything, we are the ones that will hurt nature. Butterscotch looks at the worm in Peanut's hand. Relax, Butterscotch. It is not like I am gonna eat it. Peanut laughs. A bird comes in and takes the worm out of Peanut's hand. Peanut looks up. I wasn't expecting that to happen, Peanut said, looking at Butterscotch. Butterscotch laughs and Peanut laughs. Peanut gets up. Let's see what the other lame kids are doing. Peanut brushes her clothes off and looks down at Butterscotch. Butterscotch puts the nuts in her pocket. Need a hand? Peanut bends over to Butterscotch, holding her hand out. Butterscotch grabs Peanut's hand and helps herself off the ground. Trust me someday, sister. You're gonna overcome this fear of yours. Peanut smiles at Butterscotch. Is there anything you're scared of? Butterscotch looks at Peanut, curious. I learned not to be scared. In fact, the word scared doesn't even exist to me. Peanut puts her hand in her pocket, talking to Butterscotch. Butterscotch, this is a part of life. Peanut takes her hand out of her pocket and grabs Butterscotch's hand. We gonna enjoy it together. Peanut swings Butterscotch's hand up and down. Butterscotch laughs. Miss Cinnamon looks out the window at Peanut and Butterscotch and smiles. 1, 2. I still can't learn to tie a shoe. Peaches jumps rope. With some girls. Butterscotch looks at Peaches jump roping. You want to jump rope, Butterscotch? Peanut looks over at Butterscotch, curiously. Maybe, I don't know. I never jump rope. Butterscotch looks at the jump rope moving in fast motion. I think I am okay. Let's find something else. Peanut grabs Butterscotch's hand. We are gonna learn today. Peanut marches over to Peaches and some girls. My sister would like to jump rope. Peaches and the girls ignore her. 3, 4. I punched a boy, and it left him a sore. Should I tell Ms. Cinnamon what you were rhyming about? Peanut looks at Peaches. So what? I don't care, tell her. Peaches jumps more. Okay, Ms. Cinnamon. Peanut yells out and looks at the window. Wait, what? No, stop. Peaches looks over at Peanut and stops jumping. The jump rope hits Peaches on the side of her head. How didn't you see I stop? Peaches yells out at the girls and grabs her head. You didn't tell us to stop, said the girls. Peaches rubs her head and moves her hand. Is it bad? Peaches looks at the girls. Maybe just a little. The girls cover their mouths and look. What? Peaches looks at the girls. Maybe just a tiny bit. It's hardly noticeable, the girls said to Peaches. Lot noticeable. I think you're the one that has the sore now. Peanut points at a pole. Peaches go to the pole and look at her reflection. Oh my word, Peaches screams and runs away. Peanut laughs. She turns and looks at the girls. The girls walk over to Peaches. Peanut gets the jump rope off the ground. Butterscotch, watch me. Peanut puts both ends on each of her hands. She begins to jump. Butterscotch sits in the grass and watches her. She notices a butterfly. She slowly puts her finger out. The butterfly gets on Butterscotch's finger. Butterscotch smiles. Peanut looks at Butterscotch and smiles. You know Butterscotch tear a lot of butterfly species. Peanut stops jumping roping and smiles at Butterscotch. A musical sound gets loud. A boy named Blue gets on top of the playground and yells, "Ice cream." All the kids begin to run to the ice cream truck. Peanut puts the jump rope down and goes by Butterscotch. Want some ice cream? Peanut looks down at Butterscotch. Okay. Butterscotch makes the butterfly go away. Peanut grabs Butterscotch's hand and helps her off the grass. I wonder what flavor I want, Peanut said to herself. Chocolate. Butterscotch says to Peanut, excited. Chocolate? Don't you get tired of chocolate? Peanut laughs. If you eat so much chocolate, you might get a brown mustache under your nose, Chip says to Butterscotch. Butterscotch looks at Chip surprised. Don't worry, he's just playing no such thing. Peanut rubs Butterscotch's arm. They go over to the ice cream truck. The ice cream man puts his hat on and looks at the kids, smiling. Hey, kiddies, the ice cream man said happily, putting his gloves on. Blue looks at the ice cream menu. It's my birthday today, Blue said happy at the ice cream man. I'm a big fan of you, birthday boy. I know just the right thing to get you. The ice cream man grabs his scooper. He sees a bug on it and grabs it in his hand. Chapter 2, 2 cherries. Sorry, bugs scare me, ice cream man smiles. He flips the scooper and goes in deep into the blue sky ice cream. He puts it in a bowl. Can't have birthday ice cream without toppings. The ice cream man turns around. He opens his hand with the bug in it. He blows blue smoke on it. He crunches the bug up as it turns into blue sprinkles. He sprinkles it on the ice cream. His eyes changes back to normal. Here your ice cream, birthday boy. The ice cream man smiles and passes the ice cream to Blue. Since it's your birthday, why not show you some cool things? The ice cream man smiles at Blue with rainbow teeth. Blue laughs. You a very funny ice cream man, Blue laughs. The ice cream man blows some blue smoke towards Blue face. Without him knowing, Blue teeth turn rainbow. Don't laugh too much, you might get rainbow teeth. The ice cream man smiles. He points at his rearview mirror. Blue looks at his teeth in the mirror. Wow, cool, Blue says excited. What's your name, ice cream man? Blue looks at the ice cream man. I don't have a name, said the ice cream man looking down. I know what to name you, Blue says, snapping his finger and pointing at the ice cream man. Sorbet, Blue smiles. Sorbet, very clever name. The ice cream man smiles at Blue. You have the red hair, it definitely matches the ice cream, and besides, who wants to be called ice cream man? Blue smiles. You right about that one. The ice cream man makes a small smile. Enjoy your ice cream and have a great birthday, said Sorbet. Blue licks the ice cream and walks away. That guy is definitely my friend, Blue says out loud, licking his ice cream and going back to the playground. Sorbet smiles a little. He looks over and sees Peaches. What is the princess? What? Wait, don't tell me, pink flamingo. Sorbet spins his scooper around. You know me good. Peaches looks at Sorbet. Sorbet throws 3 of the scoops in the air and catches them with the cone. He adds a toy flamingo on there and 2 cherries. Perfect for a princess. Sorbet passes it to Peaches. Peaches walks away with her ice cream. Rude. Sorbet rolls his eyes. Chip picks his nose and rubs it on the truck. I know the right thing for you, Sorbet said with a disgusting look on his face, shaking his head. Sorbet picks up a rat off the floor. He blows blue smoke on it. The rat turns into gray ice cream. Sorbet puts it on the cone. He grabs some green slime candy and puts it all over the ice cream. Here, kid, Sorbet gives to Chip. Chip scratches his neck. He grabs the ice cream. You, Sorbet shakes his head. He sees Butterscotch and Peanut. Ain't you two just cute? Sorbet leans out a little out the ice cream truck. You two must be related. Sorbet smiles at them. Yep, we are, said Peanut. What are you guys' name? Sorbet looks at both of them. AM Peanut, and that's Butterscotch. Peanut points at Butterscotch. Butterscotch waves at Sorbet. Sorbet smiles back at Butterscotch and waves. What can I get you two, Lattice? Sorbet smiles. I'll have something new, Peanut says, looking at the menu. Anything the lady wants she gets. Sorbet spins his scooper on his finger. He grabs a lot of butterscotch and chops it up and puts it in some yellow ice cream. He puts yellow sprinkles on it and adds a waffle. He shaves a pencil and puts bits of it in the ice cream. He gives it to Peanut. Here you go, enjoy. Sorbet smiles. He looks down at Butterscotch. Oh my goodness, you're so adorable. He smiles at her. Butterscotch holds Peanut's hand. It's okay, Butterscotch, it's just the ice cream man. Peanut stands next to her, licking her ice cream a little. Order anything you want, sweet tart. The ice cream man smiles at Butterscotch. Chocolate, Butterscotch said. Chocolate, my favorite, said Sorbet, looking at Butterscotch. He grabs his scooper and puts chocolate on Butterscotch ice cream. Sorbet breaks up a half of a chocolate bar and puts it on Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch watches him. He spins the fudge bottle in his hand and puts it on the ice cream. He dips a strawberry in chocolate and gives it to Butterscotch. Just because you're so sweet, Sorbet smiles. You're a nice man. Butterscotch eats it. Peanut smiles. It's Sorbet. He smiles and looks at Blue and backs at Butterscotch. Enjoy your ice cream. Sorbet gives Butterscotch her ice cream with a mini spoon. Butterscotch looks excited and grabs it. Thank you. Butterscotch points to her heart. Sorbet smiles and points to his heart. Let's go back to the playground now, Butterscotch. Peanut grabs Butterscotch's hand and walks her back to the playground. Sorbet stares at Butterscotch. He smiles at her, walks away. Peanut and Butterscotch sits on the grass. Peanut licks her ice cream. Tastes like butterscotch. Peanut said to herself. Butterscotch licks her ice cream. The ice cream man likes us. Peanut smiles at Butterscotch. A tall boy walks past the ice cream truck with a stick. You want any ice cream? Said Sorbet. The boy leans on the gate, swinging his stick back and forth. No, I just want to see why Tierra ice cream truck park in front of the school. Pecan swings the stick in his hand and looks at Sorbet. Kids love ice cream, more kids, more money, and ice cream to make. Sorbet smiles at Pecan and cleans his scooper. Adults love ice cream, to why you didn't park in front of a business building? Pecan stares at Sorbet. Listen kid, if you're not gonna buy anything, beat it. Sorbet stares at Pecan with his eyes glowing up and rainbow drool coming from his teeth. Pecan laughs. You haven't seen crazy. Pecan laughs more. Sorbet changes his eyes to dark red. Pecan puts his stick in his pocket and runs back to the playground. Sorbet laughs a little and changes back to normal. Pecan runs to the other kids. Pecan yells out, "Don't eat the ice cream, the man is crazy." Pecan catches his breath. Sorbet looks at a bird in a tree with a worm. He uses his powers to make the bird drop the worm on Pecan. But the worm lands in Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch screams and throws her ice cream. What's wrong? Peanut looks at Butterscotch. Peanut coughs up pencil shavings. She spits out pencil shavings. Oh my god, Peanut coughs more. Sister, your mouth. Butterscotch yells to Peanut, pointing at her mouth. Peanut looks at the mirror. Pencil shaving? She coughs. Chip looks at his ice cream. The ice cream turns into a rat. Chip drops it. The rat runs away. Chip gets scared. I don't feel so good, said Blue. He looks at his ice cream and sees bug bits on it. He drops it and screams while taking the bits out his mouth. You, he yells out. Peaches licks her ice cream and looks at the other kids, panicking. What all you screaming for? Peaches licks her ice cream. She spits out rose petals. She looks at her ice cream and spits a flower out. That's so gross. Peaches covers her mouth and runs to the other kids. Peanut looks at the other kids. Pecan looks at all the kids. I told all of you that man will kill us. Pecan looks at all the kids. All the kids get in a group. We all had strange things in our food, said Peanut. Yeah, I had the worst, Chip said, holding a rat by its tail. That's so. Chapter 3 with the hot fudge. Gross, get away from me. Peaches moves away and coughs a flower. What do we do? Blue spits on the ground. Simple, we tell the teacher, said Peanut. Stay away from him, all of you. This is a warning. Pecan said, pointing at all of them. The guy is nuts, Pecan said to all of them. Pecan looks at Butterscotch. Especially you, said Pecan. Why especially her? Said Peanut. The bell rings. Miss Cinnamon comes outside. Recess is over, time to come inside, said Miss Cinnamon, waving her hand back. Miss Cinnamon looks at Pecan. You don't belong to this school, said Ms. Cinnamon. Pecan jumps over the gate and grabs his stick and leaves. Warning, he points the stick at the kids. All the kids run inside. I never seen this before. Miss Cinnamon looks at the kids surprised. Did that boy with the stick do anything? Said Ms. Cinnamon. Of course not, if anything he was helping us, said Peanut. The ice cream man tried to kill us, said Peaches. Where, what ice cream man? Said Cinnamon, looking out the door. All the kids point at the truck. Miss Cinnamon looks at the ice cream truck drive away. We will discuss this in class, said Ms. Cinnamon, shaking her head. Is she gonna believe us? Said Butterscotch, looking at Peanut. Hopefully Butterscotch, Peanut grabs Butterscotch hand. As long as I'm here by your side, that freak won't do anything to hurt either of us. Peanut hugs Butters. Blue rinses his mouth in the water fountain. Peaches moves him and rinses her mouth. They both fight over the water fountain. To class, both of you, Ms. Cinnamon shouted at Blue and Peaches. They stop and walk to Ms. Cinnamon. All the students enter the class. Can anyone tell me what's going on? Miss Cinnamon locks the door. All the students begin to talk all at once. One at a time. I can't understand any of you. Miss Cinnamon looks at them surprised. Peanut begins to speak. The ice cream truck man tried to kill us, Peanut said in a loud voice. What? Miss Cinnamon looked surprised. Are you guys poison? Miss Cinnamon said to the students. No, Peanut said. We almost ate things that could have killed us, Peanut said, looking at Miss Cinnamon. The ice cream man always gives kids a toy, Miss Cinnamon said, fixing her glasses and smiling. That doesn't mean he tried to kill you. Miss Cinnamon looks up at Peanut. Miss Cinnamon, pencil shavings are not a toy. Peanut looks at Miss Cinnamon angry. Well, maybe that could have came from the sky. Miss Cinnamon smiles at Peanut. Peanut stands up. Not the only one. The whole class had random things in their ice cream. Peanut said, looking serious. You're being silly, Peanut. Take your seat. Miss Cinnamon opens a cup of ice cream and licks it. I hope you get pencil shavings in your ice cream, said Peanut, mad. Sister. You're angry, Butterscotch said, worrying about Peanut. Fine, Butterscotch, this teacher is just crazy, Butterscotch said, using one finger to spin around the side of her head, looking at Miss Cinnamon. Leave, get out, said Miss Cinnamon, as she points to the door with her spoon. Yeah, Miss Cinnamon, you are crazy, said Blue. Blue stands up too. Don't let Peanut brain freeze, I meant brain wash you, to have a seat, said Miss Cinnamon. All the students stand up. No, we will not. They look at Miss Cinnamon. Butterscotch stands by Peanut. It's okay, let's just go before things get worse, said Peanut, about to leave out the door. Miss Cinnamon starts to twitch her body and head, and shows her sharp ice cream cone teeth and rainbow eyes. Peanut turns around slowly. Matter of fact, let's go like right now, said Peanut, graping Butterscotch's hand and running out the door. All the students leave out the class, but before they reach the door, Miss Cinnamon blocks it. Guys, go out the window, Peanut shouted at them from the other side of the door, holding Butterscotch's hand. A grip grabs her from behind and throws her back into the lockers. She looks up and sees the ice cream man, Sorbet. You two are perfect scoops of ice cream, said Sorbet as he looks over at Butterscotch. Mostly you, Sorbet smiles at Butterscotch. Butterscotch runs over to Peanut. Peanut, Butterscotch yells out and rubs her arm. Okay, Peanut talks slowly. What's wrong with you? I thought you was my friend, Butterscotch shouts at Sorbet. Butterscotch, I am your friend. Sorbet removes his hat from his head, showing his red hair. Always friendly, I gave you kids ice cream. Sorbet puts his hand out to Butterscotch. Peanut gets up slowly and slaps his hand. Sorbet looks at Peanut and pushes her really far. She slides across the hallway floor. Run, Peanut yells out at Butterscotch. No, I'm not leaving you. Butterscotch runs to Peanut. Sorbet grabs her. Butterscotch tries to get out of Sorbet grip. Peanut runs to Sorbet and jumps on him. She attacks. Sorbet releases Butterscotch. Butterscotch panics. Don't be scared, Peanut said, attacking Sorbet. Sorbet grabs Peanut off his back and throws her down to the floor. Sorbet grabs an ice cream cone and aims right at Peanut. Butterscotch kicks it out of Sorbet's hand. The ice cream cone breaks into small pieces. Why did you do that? Sorbet looks at Butterscotch. You are my kid. Sorbet looks at Butterscotch. No, I'm not, Butterscotch said, backing up. As Sorbet walks closer to Butterscotch. You must forgotten about me, Sorbet said, taking some ice cream and making a sad smile on his face with it. You have the same hair, the same skin, and the same voice as my little girl. Sorbet gets close to Butterscotch. Peanut crawls to his feet and grabs it. She bites his foot. Sorbet shouts in pain and kicks her back. Sorbet turns around. Maybe if I get rid of you, this situation might turn out better for me. Sorbet grabs another cone from his pocket. Peanut crawls away. Sorbet grabs Peanut by the shirt. A stick gets thrown in Sorbet's hand. Sorbet grabs his hand and sees stick stuck in his hand. He looks up furious. Pecan looks up at Sorbet, with another stick in his hand. I knew you was up to something, you creep. Pecan looks at Sorbet angry. Sorbet laughs at Pecan. I do more than just give kids ice cream. Sorbet smiles at Pecan, removing the sticks from his hand. Maybe you should try one. Sorbet smiles at Pecan and throws ice cream at him. Pecan uses his stick and hits it back at Sorbet. Sorbet dodges. Nice skills, kid, Sorbet smiles. Perhaps I should show you another 1-inch. Pecan hits the fire button with his stick. Water comes down. Sorbet yells, trying to get away from the water. He looks for the nearest exit and jumps out the window. Pecan helps Peanut off the ground. How did you know? Peanut grabs Pecan's hand. Simple, never trust a freak. Pecan looks at Peanut serious. Peanut runs over to Butterscotch. Butterscotch, you did great. Peanut hugs her while bruised. Butterscotch stands still and don't move. Butterscotch, what's wrong? Peanut looks at Butterscotch eyes. Butterscotch faints on Peanut. Yep, she out. Pecan looks over at Butterscotch. Yes, Sherlock. Peanut rolls her eyes at Pecan. She holds Butterscotch. I got to get her to safety. Peanut puts her on her back. Watch out, yelled Pecan. What? Peanut moves out the way with Butterscotch. Pecan spits his gum to the ground. Miss Cinnamon slips on it and goes out the window. Peanut looks back surprised. I told you to watch out. Pecan picks his stick up off the ground and laughs. Peanut looks at Pecan shocked. Don't worry, she's not human, she a monster, a freaky one. Pecan laughs. Peanut smiles at Pecan. Well, let's find a way to get out, said Peanut. Don't worry, I know this place like a neighborhood. Pecan jumps down a flight of stairs. Chapter 4: Banana Split. Careful, Peanut shouts at Pecan and walks slowly down the stairs holding Butterscotch. Am not careful, I'm risky. Pecan jumps down another flight of stairs. Pecan makes it to the button, and so does Peanut. Peanut breathes a little. Pecan pours a little water on Peanut. Peanut looks back at Pecan angry. Sorry, I thought you needed refreshment. Pecan smiles a little. I really need a refreshment in my head of what just happened. Peanut laughs. Pecan laughs too and kicks open the door. The door flies off and lands on the ground. Peanut looks at Pecan. You're not stealthy, either are you. Peanut walks out the door with Butterscotch. Risky, remember, risky. Everything that comes my way is gonna be at risk. Pecan smiles at Peanut. I'm gonna go home, Peanut said to Pecan. Home? What you mean home after what just happened? Pecan looks at Peanut. It was only them. Who else is a ice cream monster? My mom and dad? Said Peanut. Pecan looks at the ground and closes his mouth thinking. Don't even say it. Peanut walks home with Butterscotch. Pecan looks at Peanut. You didn't tell me your name. Pecan looks up at Peanut. Peanut, and this weight on me is Butterscotch, Peanut says, and continues to walk. Pecan runs to Peanut. Well, ain't that funny? My name is Pecan. Pecan laughs and tries to keep up with Peanut. Don't you have a home? Peanut looks at Pecan. Actually, this is my home. Pecan looks at Peanut. The school? Peanut looks back at Pecan. No, the streets. Pecan spins around with his stick. Oh, you don't say. Peanut continues to walk and laughs a little. What's that supposed to mean? Pecan looks at Peanut. I can tell you're a wild one. Peanut laughs a little. Pecan looks at Peanut. And you seem like a adventures one. Pecan laughs. Well, right on the first try, Peanut smiles. Well, this is my home. Peanut looks at her house. Pecan looks at the house. Better you than me, Pecan said to Peanut. What, you want to come in? Peanut looks at Pecan. Pecan looks on the side of the street and points with his stick. That's the ice cream truck, Pecan said, getting close. Peanut turns around. She looks back at the window and sees it bust out. Mom, Dad, Peanut yells out and rushes in the house. She places butterscotch in the corner. Peanut turns the lights on. Sorbet faces Peanut. Peanut notices her parents out of it. Sorbet smiles at Peanut. Your turn. Sorbet grabs Peanut and lifts her up. Peanut punches Sorbet hand. That's no use, Sorbet says, showing his blue eyes. A stick comes flying through the window and hits Sorbet in the head. Sorbet gets knocked out cold. Pecan jumps through the window. Good aim, both Peanut and Pecan said. Peanut and Pecan smiles a bit. Pecan grabs his stick. These must be your parents. Pecan looks down at the ground. Yep, Peanut goes to them. Pecan blocks her with his stick. They probably invested. Pecan looks at them and back at Peanut. She looks closer at them and notices their veins turning rainbow. She grabs butterscotch. Let's go. Pecan opens the door for them. A hand grabs Peanut. She looks down and sees her dad. Her dad tries to bite her. Pecan drags him back. Careful, that's my dad. Peanut looks at Pecan. Careful, you might end up just like them. Pecan holds the door open for Peanut. Peanut goes past the door and bumps into Pecan a little. No hard feelings, right? Pecan said under his breath. Pecan leaves out. I'll carry her if you get tired, Pecan said, looking at Peanut. I barely know you, said Peanut, walking. True, Pecan laughs. Where are you going? Said Pecan. Somewhere far away from here, said Peanut. Well, I know a place, said Pecan. What place? Said Peanut, looking back at Pecan. Follow me. Pecan runs a little. Wait, hold on. Peanut tries to keep up while holding butterscotch. Pecan runs into an alley. He jumps over a trash bag. Better catch up before the mice do. Pecan looks back and laughs. Peanut tries to speed up a little. Pecan goes through a tunnel. Don't worry, it's not the way to the sewer, it's a shortcut. Pecan said, crawling through. Your turn, Pecan yells through the tunnel. Peanut pushes butterscotch through the tunnel. She continues to push her until they reach the other side. Watch out for the mud puddle. Pecan throws some leaves right there. Thanks, Peanut holds butterscotch. Welcome to my playground and home. Pecan goes on the monkey bar and sits on top. You live here, said Peanut. Yep, entertainment in my home, Pecan said, smiling a little. Peanut places butterscotch on the playground. I want to show you something. Pecan hangs his legs down from the monkey bar and does a flip off. He goes to the tunnel. Come, Pecan waves back at Peanut. Peanut goes in the tunnel. Peanut falls down the tunnel and falls into a bed. Pecan looks at Peanut. Are you okay? Pecan stares at her. Yep, you and your tricks, said Peanut, getting off the bed. She looks around and notices how big the tunnel is. Pecan kicks a light box. The lights turn on. Peanut smiles and looks up in the tunnel, looking at the lights. This part is really my home. Peanut opens a small door in a tunnel and shows a room. This is pretty cool, said Peanut. Pecan looks at Peanut. Where's butterscotch? Said Pecan. OMG, butterscotch, said Peanut. She turns around. Butterscotch stands by her. I'm right here, Butterscotch said, smiling. Butterscotch. Peanut hugs her. Butterscotch hugs her back. Pecan smiles. Butterscotch moves away. It's okay, he a friend, said Peanut, graping Butterscotch hand. He helped us. Peanut smiles at Pecan. Pecan smiles back. Hello, little one, said Pecan. Butterscotch looks around. What do you do for fun? Said Peanut. Go to rich stores and steal jewelry, said Pecan, sitting in a chair. Peanut looks at him, surprised. I'm kidding. Pecan kicks his TV. I watch TV all day and collect sticks and Pecan sighs. I also have to find food in trash when I'm starving, Pecan said in a low tone. He goes in a small broken fridge and takes out a cake. Want some cake? Peanut shows them a cake. Don't worry, I caught this one just in time before it expired. Pecan smiles. Happy birthday to me, Pecan said, happy and sad, licking the frosting off his hand. What do we do now? Peanut sits on Pecan bed. To be honest, I really don't know. This is all new to me. Expect being homeless, Pecan sighs. We have to try, said Butterscotch. Peanut smiles and looks at Butterscotch. You're right, we do. Peanut smiles at her. Butterscotch sits next to her. Pecan kicks his radio. He hears screaming. OMG, it's not the right time for rock music. Pecan. Peanut covers Butterscotch ears. It don't normally does this. Pecan bangs it to make it turn off. A big bang gets heard from Teach our other side of the door. Pecan grabs his stick. Stay here with your sister. Pecan opens the door and spins his stick in his hand. He shuts the door. Are we going home? Butterscotch said to Peanut. Peanut sighs and looks at Butterscotch. It's a bit of a challenge to go back home, said Peanut. Why is that? Butterscotch looks at Peanut surprised. Long story, sister. Peanut looks at the ground. Are they dead? Butterscotch looks at Peanut. No, they not dead, just out of it. Peanut looks over at Butterscotch. We will find a way to help them, sister. Butterscotch hugs Peanut. Peanut smiles and looks down. Pecan looks around and whistles. He hears footsteps and runs towards it. He bumps into a kid. He grabs the kid. Chill him, just kid, said Blue. You're that kid at the playground. Pecan, let's go off. Blue. Yeah, we all are that kid at the playground, said Peaches. Chapter 5, Neapolitan ice cream or cotton candy. Pecan looks up and sees a bunch of kids. My name is Chip. Chip holds his hand out at Pecan. Pecan noticed mud on his hand. Don't worry, I have muddy hands too. Pecan shakes Chip's hand. Friends, Chip says. I guess friends. Pecan smiles a little. How did you guys get down here? Said Pecan, looking at them confused. Well, we ran like a cheetah and found this place, said Blue. I must have left the hole open. Pecan looks up. Whoopsie, said Pecan. Well, at least you all are fine. Pecan smiles a bit. Pecan points his stick at them. Listen, learn, never expect anything from strangers, even the ice cream man. Pecan spins his stick. Yeah, we know now, said Peaches, rolling her eyes. What do we do? Said Chip. Interesting, what do we do? Said Pecan, laughing. A drip comes down from the hole. Well, what do you know, it's raining even in tunnels, Blue said. That's not rain. Pecan sticks his stick up in the air. As a drop comes down. Rain is never pink, Pecan said, looking back at the tunnel. A big flood of ice cream comes down their way. All the kids panicking. A loud voice comes through the tunnel. AM no longer MS Cinnamon M Cotton Candy. A pink, cotton flavor ice cream monster comes through on the flood. Well, that's weird, all of you follow me, Pecan said, swinging his stick. Pecan opens the door. Why are we going in here if it's a flood coming? Said Peaches. Just shut and go and I'll explain the rest, Pecan said, pushing them all in. All the kids look at Peanut and Butterscotch. Both of them say, I thought you was dead. Peanut laughs. Blue laughs. That's what we all thought, said Chip. It's good to see you too, Chip, said Peanut, smiling. Enough talk, we have to get out of here like right now, Pecan said. He opens another door. Another room? Said Peanut. Safety room, said Pecan. All of you climb up here. Pecan pulls down a ladder. All of them begin to climb. Pecan notices ice cream coming from the cracks in the door. Pecan helps them up the stairs. Pecan puts his stuff in his backpack. Pecan, are you still alive? Peanut yells, looking down. AM, fine, keep that going. Pecan puts more stuff in his bag. Pecan hears screaming from the ladder. Pecan hurry and zips his bag and climbs up the ladder. Peanut, Pecan yells out. He climbs up faster. Pecan goes up to the roof. He sees an old man with a white beard and mustache looking at them with his blue eyes, holding Peaches in his hand. As he freezes her, Pecan runs to him and hits him with his stick. The man turns around and pushes Pecan to the ground. He lets go off Peaches and walks closer to Pecan on the ground. Ice cream melts down from his mouth. As he takes each step closer to Pecan, a stick gets thrown at the man. The man falls down from the roof. Pecan looks back and sees Peanut holding another one of Pecan's stick. Pecan smiles at her. Nice shot, girl. Pecan gets up and goes to Peanut. He hugs her. Butterscotch joins in the hug. Pecan smiles. He puts his arm across both of them. Peanut looks at Pecan. Pecan, let's go. Sorry, let's go. Pecan picks his bag up. Pecan looks down from the roof. Well, that's not good. Pecan looks down surprised. What? Peanut looks down too. She loses her balance. Pecan grabs her and pulls her back. Careful, not too close, you crazy nut. Pecan laughs. Peanut smiles at Pecan. That should be our team name, the Crazy Nuts. Pecan laughs and smiles back at Peanut. Chip licks the frozen ice on Peaches. EW, don't do that, said Blue. Chip tries to get his tongue off of it. Guys, I can't move my tongue, said Chip. Blue tries to help him. Blue noticed Chip freezing too. Blue moves back quickly. Chip turns into a frozen statue. How what? Said Peanut. The effect must have got on him from licking don't touch any ice cream or ice anyone, Pecan said looking at Chip. My mud buddy poor guy, said Pecan. I'm gonna try to help you and the girl too. Pecan looks at both of them and walks away. Butterscotch stays on Peanut. Don't worry, we will be okay, said Peanut. Come on the 4 team, said Pecan. How we gonna get down from the roof, said Blue. Pecan looks at a rope on the roof. He makes a circle and throws it to the other side of another roof. He ties it to a pole. He puts 1 foot on it to test it. Survival mode, said Pecan looking back at the rest of them. Who wants to go first? Pecan looks at them. I don't think this is a good idea, said Peanut. You scared, said Pecan. No, I am not. Peanut looks at it nervously. Pecan balances on the rope and walks. He makes it to the other side. Your turn. Pecan makes the rope move a little. He smiles. Peanut thinks a little. Move ahead, said Blue as he gets on the rope and goes to the other side. That's the spirit, said Pecan as he claps his hands. Pecan looks at Peanut and does a chicken dance. Peck peck caw, said Pecan looking at Peanut. Butterscotch gets on Peanut back. Peanut looks at Pecan angry and walks across the rope. Butterscotch gets down. Peanut tackles Pecan. Who's scared now? Peanut gets on top of Pecan. You trust me, Pecan said smiling. Peanut blows her breath and gets off of Pecan. Peanut drags him by his leg. Where you taking me? Said Pecan. Peanut makes him turn around. The old man looks up on the roof and goes to the rope. Pecan throws a tiny piece of glass by Blue. Cut the rope, Pecan said loudly while getting dragged by Peanut. Blue tries to cut the rope. The old man tries to go past it, but the rope breaks, and he falls down. Yes, said Pecan. Butterscotch opens the door. I found a door, said Butterscotch. Careful, says Peanut as she drags Pecan inside the building on the roof. They all make it inside. A hand grabs the door. Butterscotch screams. It's just me. Blue cones inside. Another hand tries to come through the door. Pecan uses his stick to hit it. Blue shuts the door. That old guy, I recognize his hand, said Pecan. Don't be scared, little one. Pecan rubs Butterscotch hair. Peanut looks at him seriously. Apologize. Pecan holds his hand out and walks past them. Butterscotch smiles a little. Pecan turns the lights on. It's a little office and stairs. Pecan sees a flashlight and throws it to Peanut. You'll thank me later. Pecan swings his stick around. Blue and Pecan sees a box of donuts. They look at each other. They run to it and eat some. And Blue said, You so right, Im. Pecan smiles and eats. This was some birthday, said Blue, chewing and then swallow. It's your birthday? Pecan stops eating and looks up at Blue. Yeah, I'm 13 years old, said Blue. HM, said Pecan, as he digs in his bag. I had this leftover cake. Pecan gives it to the Blue. Pecan puts it on the table. He sees candles and a lighter. Wait right here. Pecan wipes his mouth and picks up the candles and lighter. He puts 13 candles on the cake and lights them all. Guys, I know you hate singing I Do, but it's his birthday, and if we all make it through this ice cream apocalypse, we all celebrate our own birthday. Pecan smiles at Blue. All of them sing happy birthday. They all smile at Blue. Say your wish, said Peanut. Actually, I want you all to say a wish, including me. Blue smiles. Chapter 6, Rocky Road. We will be fine, Pecan said to her, and moves his arm off. Your turn, Peanut pokes Pecan. Pecan stops smiling. I don't know what to wish for. My parents are dead. I'm homeless. I can't go to school. Pecan cries a little. I am sorry to hear that, said Peanut. You don't understand, Pecan says it loudly. So much has happened to me in a short amount of time. Pecan gets on his knees and stares at the candle. It feels just like yesterday. I was coming home from the grocery store getting my parents' food. Actually, I stole it because I didn't want to spend the money they gave me, and teacher police was chasing me all the way down to my house. But they lose me. I outran them. Pecan laughs. And I saw fire trucks coming down the same street my house was at. And I ran to the fire truck and took a ride on the back without the firefighters knowing. And I saw my house. Pecan cries. It was on fire. And my parents was inside. Pecan cries. And one of the detectives told me they found a piece of red hair on the scene. THRY wanted to give me up for adoption, but I ran. And cry and never looked back. Until this day they still looking for me. Pecan pulls out a missing paper. Peanut looks at Pecan. She hugs him. Pecan looks up. You're not alone anymore. Peanut smiles at Pecan. Peanut helps Pecan up. Pecan smiles and holds Peanut hand getting up. I wish that Pecan can be a part of our family. Butterscotch blows the candles. They all laugh. Pecan smiles. Your family to me. Pecan hugs Butterscotch. Peanut smiles. You know what could go good with this cake? Blue said, looking at everyone. Don't even. Peanut said seriously. Blue and Butterscotch eat some of the cake. Pecan smiles. He looks out the window. He sees a lot of people infected with ice cream. Pecan closed the window. Bad news, friends, said Pecan. What? Said Peanut. We can't escape tier people infected with the ice cream virus, Pecan said. Peanut thinks. What do we do? Peanut sits on the floor. Pecan sees some makeup. Let's blend in with the crowd, said Pecan, holding the makeup. Pecan puts makeup on his face. How do I look? Peanut laughs. Peanut and the others put makeup on. Let's do this, said Butterscotch. Blue laughs. I wish I had a little sister, said Blue. At least you have us, said Peanut. Blue smiles. They all go down the stairs. Blue uses his flashlight. Remember, we not humans, we infected ice cream monster, or whatever it is, said Pecan, acting drunk. You look drunk, said Peanut. That's the point, let's look drunk, said Pecan. What's drunk? Said Butterscotch. Peanut said. When you eat too much ice cream, said Pecan, smiling. They all make it down to the door. Blue opens the door. Brace yourself. Blue walks crazy. Pecan acts crazy too. Peanut and Butterscotch walks normal. What happened to the plan? Said Pecan. It went down your windpipe, that's what happened, Peanut said. Pecan covers her. Follow me, I knew a place, Pecan said. Blue and the others follow Pecan. Butterscotch walks another direction. Butterscotch. Peanut yells out and goes to Butterscotch. The crowd of people turn around. Run, Pecan yells out. Ice cream, the crowd says loudly and tries to get them. Butterscotch runs. Peanut follows her. Pecan grabs Blue by the arm and runs. Through an alley they run to the other side. A hand grabs Butterscotch. Peanut punches the person and grabs Butterscotch and keeps running. They run all the way to a random clubhouse. They catch their breath. Is everyone okay? Peanut said. Yes, said Pecan and Butterscotch. Sorbet, MS Cinnamon, and the old ice cream man shows up. You're outnumbered, kids, said Sorbet. Sorbet takes his ice cream hat off and smiles at Butterscotch. Stop smiling at her, freak, said Peanut. Sorbet looks up at Peanut. I am not a freak, Sorbet said with an angry look on his face. Get them, Sorbet said loudly. They all run in the clubhouse. Sorbet blows at the old guy and MS Cinnamon with the old breeze. They turn into ice cream dogs. I got friends too, said Sorbet. You give me what I want and it won't be a problem, Sorbet yells loudly. Give me the girl, the little one, said Sorbet, turning his hands into ice. No, freak, Peanut yells out. A giant ice cream gets thrown through the window. Pecan moves Peanut and Butterscotch out the way. I bet this guy got a brain freeze, Pecan laughs. Get it? Peanut doesn't smile. Blue begins to act strange. Is he okay? Butterscotch said, looking at Blue. Blue falls out. Blue. Peanut yells out. Blue went out. Blue, said Pecan. He goes to Blue. Pecan checks his body. He notices a bite mark on his shoulder. That's not good. Pecan looks back and, Peanut, protect your sister. He infected too. Pecan takes Blue belt off and ties his hand with his foot. Sorry, buddy, it's for your own good. Happy birthday, by the way, Pecan said, fixing the straps. That should hold him. A hole gets punched through the door. This is your last warning, said Sorbet. Cover the doors, said Pecan, pushing Blue in a corner. With what we have, nothing. Peanut looks at Pecan. Pecan unzips his backpack. I know what to do, said Pecan. Something stupid, said Peanut. Hear me out, said Pecan. I have a heater and other stuff in this backpack. Use it wisely. Pecan gives it to Peanut. Butterscotch sees potato chips and eats it. Not the right time. Peanut butter, Pecan said. It's Butterscotch, said Peanut. Hey, Peanut. Butter sounds like a good team name for the both of you. Pecan smiles. We don't have anything to block the door, said Butterscotch. Stay behind me, both of you, said Pecan. You can't fight off 3 ice cream monsters, said Peanut. I didn't choose to be homeless, but am perfectly good at surviving it. Pecan looks back at Peanut. Trust me, Pecan looks at both Butterscotch and Peanut. It's you he wants, is it? Pecan looks at Butterscotch. Not today, said Pecan. Sorbet breaks the door down and comes in. Pecan uses his stick to hit both the ice cream dogs. They absorb back into Sorbet. That's a home weird run, said Pecan looking at Sorbet. And you're a weird guy, said Pecan. I just want my girl. Why do you kids want to make this so difficult? Sorbet said, smiling. Get out the way before someone gets hurt, said Sorbet. How about get out of my way? Pecan tries to hit Sorbet with the stick, but Sorbet catches it. You gotta learn better moves than that. Sorbet breaks Pecan's stick and throws it to the ground. You have a million other people in this world. Why choose us? Said Peanut. Because you have my daughter. Sorbet looks at Butterscotch. She's not your daughter or child, said Peanut. I know my daughter when I see her. Sorbet looks at Peanut angry. What makes you think this is your daughter? Said Pecan. My daughter, she was a very small girl with brown hair. I adopted her long time ago, but one day she went missing and never came home again. So I burned people property and houses. Sorbet laughs. Pecan digs in his pocket and looks at the red hair. He looks up at Sorbet hair. You stupid idiot lunatic, you killed my parents. Pecan gets up furious and pulls out a stick that's very sharp. Who knows, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't care about nobody, but my little girl, Sorbet said, smiling and angry. Pecan runs at Sorbet with his stick swinging at him. Sorbet dodges, but Pecan scratches him. Pecan looks at the blood on the stick. He notices it's ice cream. Pecan looks back at Sorbet. As you are aware, I don't bleed blood, I bleed ice cream. It's running through my veins. Sorbet smiles. Sorbet changes into an ice cream demon. Witness my true form, Sorbet says in a deep voice. Chapter 7, Butterscotch. Sorbet charges at Pecan and knocks him down. Pecan tries to get up. Save yourself, Peanut and Butter, Pecan said, swinging his stick at Sorbet. Pecan kicks his leg, but it goes through him. Sorbet picks up Pecan and throws him. Pecan tries to grab his stick. Sorbet steps on it. Sorbet grabs Pecan by his arm. Pecan spits on him. You nasty kid, Sorbet drops him. Peanut trips over Sorbet. Sorbet falls. Peanut and Pecan kick Sorbet. Sorbet gets up and grabs both of them. Sorbet blows blue air at Peanut. Pecan gets in the way. Pecan, Peanut yells out. I'll be fine. Pecan falls to the ground. Peanut gets out of Sorbet grip. Peanut cries a little and looks at Pecan on the ground. Sorbet laughs. Another flavor to add to my collection, Sorbet smiles. Pecan acts uncontrollable. Pecan punches himself. You can't fight it, kid, Sorbet smiles. Pecan tries to get up and swings at Sorbet, but falls back down. Protect yourself and you, sister, said Pecan. Pecan coughs up ice cream. His eyes turns blue. Sorbet smiles. This one might be my favorite 1-inch, Sorbet laughs. Pecan gets up slowly and looks at Peanut. Get her, said Sorbet. Pecan keeps his balance. Pecan tries to hold on to the wall. You're making a fool out of yourself. It's not gonna work, Sorbet says loudly at Pecan. Peanut looks up at Pecan. Pecan looks down Peanut. Peanut cries a little. I know you still in fear, Peanut smiles. Pecan makes strange sounds. Pecan tries to smile a little. Peanut picks up Pecan's stick. Sorbet laughs. What you think you doing, girl? Sorbet laughs. I'm gonna fight is what I'm doing. Peanut aims the stick at Pecan. It's me you want, come on. Pecan tries to keep his grip on the wall. Sorbet laughs. Eventually you not gonna resist. Sorbet gets closer to Pecan. Let me help you. Sorbet tries to move Pecan fingers off the wall. Pecan uses his fingernails to hold on. Almost there. Sorbet makes Pecan moves his hand off the wall. Pecan makes himself trip. Pecan closes his eyes and looks back up at Peanut. His eyes become smoky blue. As ice cream comes down from his mouth, he smiles at Peanut and tries to go to her. Sorbet smiles. Come on, boy, Peanut said, using her stick like a bat. Pecan looks at Peanut and charges at her. Peanut runs towards Butterscotch. Now, said Peanut. Butterscotch makes a Gantt heater and blows it towards Pecan. Pecan yells and falls to the ground. Sorbet melts a bit. Sorbet grabs Butterscotch from behind. I finally have what I wanted, Sorbet laughs. Need a hand? Two girls uses a jump rope to tie Sorbet down. Peanut grabs Butterscotch. Sorbet hand melts. Sorbet tries to break free, but it's no use as he melts. Sorbet reaches his hand out towards Butterscotch. Peanut kicks his hand. As ice cream splatters everywhere. Sorbet tries to blow blue air at Peanut, but it has no effect. Peanut smiles. AM the last one standing. Peanut picks up Pecan's stick and knocks his ice cream head off. Peanut gets ice cream all over her face. Butterscotch gets scared. Peanut beats him more with the stick. Butterscotch tries to stop her. Peanut turns around laughing. Butterscotch moves back a little. Peanut looks at Butterscotch's face and stops smiling. AM sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Peanut hugs Butterscotch. I would never let this happen to you again, Peanut says angry. Peanut stops hugging Butterscotch and looks at her. You was smart, you did great, better than me actually, said Peanut smiling. Butterscotch smiles. Is brother okay? Said Butterscotch. Who's brother? Peanut said looking at Butterscotch confused. Brother is okay. Pecan looks up at Peanut and Butterscotch while covered in ice cream. Butterscotch and Peanut runs over to Pecan and hugs him. Pecan smiles. One at a time. He laughs and hugs them both. You was a smart ice cream monster, said Peanut. I was, said Pecan looking confused. I can't remember even becoming one, said Pecan. Pecan looks over at two people on the ground. Isn't that teacher lady? Said Pecan rubbing his head. Yeah, to kind of mention that I feel a little brain freeze. Pecan shakes his head a little. Who that old guy? Said Butterscotch. I don't know, said Peanut. Peanut looks at the two girls with the jump rope. I remember you guys, Peanut smiles. The two girls look at Peanut. The one with the blue ribbon is Brandy. And the one with the orange ribbon, which is me, is Ocean, said Brandy. Cool names, said Peanut. Thanks for your help, said Peanut. It was really your sister that was the hero. Brandy points at Butterscotch. Butterscotch smiles. Pecan gets up and looks out the window. Hey guys, the sky is no longer blue and breezy. Pecan said. They all look out the window. That's a relief, said Peanut. Blue gets up and jumps on Pecan back. Whoa, said Pecan laughing. AM alive, said Blue. Peanut smiles. Butterscotch laughs. Two polices run in the house. Pecan aims his stick at them. Relax kid, we not here for you, we here for these two criminals. The police goes to MS Cinnamon and the old guy. They handcuff them. What did they do? Said Blue. Well, these two makes random people into ice cream monsters. I know it's hard to believe since monsters don't exist. The police officer grabs them both. So Sorbet was a good guy? Said Butterscotch. Well, they actually do this to mentally ill people or crazy people, not normal people, said one of the police officers. Wow, that's so bad, said Peanut. She noticed the ice cream creates a body. Wait, Sorbet's still alive, said Peanut. Yeah, what, you thought he was dead? One of the police officers laugh. I'm sorry, Peanut says to Sorbet on the ground passed out. If he wakes up, he probably won't even know who you are. You kids should probably go home, said the police officer. All of them leave the house. How the officers know there's a ice cream virus going around? Said Blue. I really don't know, said Peanut. At least we all still alive if it wasn't for Butterscotch and the jump rope girls, said Peanut looking at the jump rope girls. They look at Peanut and smile. I guess we be going now, said Brandy. Brandy and Ocean leaves. Peanut and Pecan waves at them. They wave back. Butterscotch smiles. They look at Butterscotch and smiles back at her and waves. It was nice knowing you guys. I have to go home before my parents kill me, said Blue running off. Bye Blue, Butterscotch said to him. Blue looks back and runs up to Butterscotch. He hugs her. Peanut smiles. I'll see you at around, friend or little sister, Blue gives Butterscotch some cake in his pocket. Can't have a birthday without friends. Blue hugs all of them. Group hugs, I love it, Pecan said hugging. Blue stops hugging and runs off. Go Cheetah, said Pecan laughing. Pecan stops laughing. Well, I guess you two must be going home now. Pecan looks at them. And I'll be running in these streets as usual, said Pecan. How about you come home with us, brother, said Butterscotch. Pecan smiles at Butterscotch. I wish, little sister. Pecan hugs Butterscotch and looks up at Peanut. What do you say, sister? Said Pecan laughing. Of course, brother. Peanut hugs Pecan. The ambulance puts Sorbet on a stretcher and into the car. I hope he's okay, said Peanut in a sad tone. Peanut, you tried to protect your sister. You did great. If it was me, I probably would have killed that guy. Pecan laughs and hugs Peanut. I almost did, said Peanut. Well, he moving a little, said Pecan, pointing at Sorbet. Sorbet looks around. Where am I? Who are you people? Said Sorbet. Sorbet looks at them. Kitties, he says and goes back to sleep. Peanut smiles. See, told you, said Pecan. Get well soon, Sorbet, Butterscotch yells out. As the ambulance drives off, the police gets in a car. One of the police looks at a missing picture of Pecan and looks back at him. Hey kid, Pecan looks back at the police in shock. Sorry, but brother has to go, Pecan runs. The police yells out. It's no need to run, Pecan looks back and stops running. Come here, said the officer. Pecan comes a little close but keeps his distance. I'm not gonna take you and kid, you been running in these streets for so long, this much be your home. The police officer rips the paper. You're a free man, kid, said the officer. Pecan looks at the officer and looks back at Peanut and Butterscotch. Actually, he's our brother, he lives with us, said Peanut. Pecan smiles at her. Well, looks like you're safe with a loving and caring family, kid. The police smiles and walks away. Chapter 8 Brain Freeze. Yeah, I am. Pecan smiles and hugs them both. I am, he cries a little. Let's go home, brother. Butterscotch hugs Pecan. They all walk home. You know a snack I got a taste for right about now, Pecan said laughing. Don't even, said Peanut. I wonder is Chip and Peaches okay, said Peanut. I almost forgot about them, said Pecan. Get your tongue off me, freak, said Peaches. I thought you was a popsicle, said Chip. Pecan looks up at the roof. Hey guys, Pecan waves at them. How we gonna get down, said Peaches. Use the rope I left up there, said Pecan. Chip grabs the rope. Found it, said Chip. Tie it, said Pecan. Chip ties the rope. You first, princess. Peaches moves Chip out the way and makes it down from the roof. Peaches looks at Peanut and Pecan. I didn't need your help, my parents ain't gonna believe this story. She walks home. Chips goes down the rope. The rope breaks. Chip falls in the trash. Chip, said Butterscotch. Fino leftover licorice. Chip sticks his head out the trash eating licorice. Pecan smiles at Chip. At least my mud buddy is okay, said Pecan. Ice cream truck comes down the street playing music. Wanna make a part 2, said Pecan. Peanut smiles. Run, said Pecan laughing and takes Peanut and Butterscotch hand, and they both all started running and laughing. The end.